I hope this volume's good. I'm actually probably just going to talk for a little bit. Maybe even make this into something. I have no idea. This isn't the normal type of show, obviously, but, I just did a 2-hour podcast with my buddy Tim, and I was listening over to it, and, man, I hate the audio. I really do. I don't understand this box I have. I don't know if I went too cheap on the mics. I mean, everything's expensive, especially when I'm not making anything to do this. But I don't know, maybe if anybody's going to listen to this and have any type of idea what's going on with some of the things I have, I'm going to, I guess, go through some of this stuff, really. I'm working with Movo microphones, and that's not the Movo page. But I got them from Amazon. I mean, they're not the greatest. They're in a pack. I don't really know if they have a decent website to go off of. You can go off their sellers page. I didn't have the time to click on that and then get annoyed with that. But yeah, I mean, it has good ratings down here at the bottom. It runs off the XLR cables and 4.2, 4.3, 4.2, all pretty much. I got one of these 2-packs. I don't know the difference. So I got one of these two, which essentially looks like the same. Oh, one's aluminum, one's nylon. I got the aluminum. So this is what we're looking at on this side, which I guess is not really telling us much. But all these reviews were awesome when I was going through it. There's a 3-star, there's a 1-star. Yeah, terrible hum, poorly grounded. I'm feeling like that's what I'm running into. Like right now on my Rock Mix box, which is this is what I have my XLR cables plugged into. Man, why is that so zoomed? This is what I have my, XLR cables plugged into up here. But then I have this guy just barely at 12 o'clock. Then I have this guy just barely at 3 o'clock. And, I have to have this phantom button on. I have my 80 hertz HPF. I forget what that is, but they say that gets rid of a hum. I don't know. I mean, with it up, it's way worse. But with it down, I'm getting a hum. I have everything shut off down here. I have all my sound effects is down and off. I have, I have my main volume. That's at about 3 o'clock. My headphones I have up a little bit, but even in my headphones, the hum is terrible. So I don't wear the headphones. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I hope that it's just me and not cheap shit. But it very well could just be cheap stuff. And, with the software I use it's called OBS Studios. This is essentially what it looks like when I open it up. You guys don't see this, but you have your scene collections and your docs and all your tools up here. But down here, you start your scenes. You can flip through your scenes this way, and all your sources, like your cameras and your microphones and, the internet and video if you want to put it up. And then you have a mixer right here. So I have 2 mixers. I have a mixer on top of a mixer, which I think that might be giving me a problem. And maybe I just don't have that all dialed in right. But then I take it and I bring it into DaVinci, which DaVinci is the bee's knees. I mean, this thing is... I really think I get a lot of help from DaVinci, AI-wise, but every time I'm done in DaVinci, I sound like I'm in a hallway. But I feel like it does that because it's taken away the buzz, it's taken away a hum, it's taken, low sounds and bringing them even with some of the high sounds, and it's bringing some of the high sounds even with some of the low sounds. So it's balancing everything out, and it just kind of makes everything sound hollow. So I'm just having a lot of trouble with all that, and I really don't know what to do. I think a lot of it is too that these mics are like musician mics. So like for singers, when they want to bring it away and then bring it close, they get more of that effect when they're trying to sing. I don't necessarily need that for this. Maybe I got the wrong mics in that regard. But I mean, I feel like I really have to be over top of this thing. I can't just, after 2 hours, you want to lean back a little bit. Now I bet you right now it sounds like I'm a mile away. So if anybody has any kind of help, any kind of suggestion, minus, hey, you need better things, like, I get that. The way I was trying to explain it to my buddy is my daughter can't even crawl. But when she can crawl, she's going to want to sprint. That's how I feel about this. This thing's barely limping along because it's something I want to do. It's something I like to do, but I would like for this thing to start running. I mean, obviously, I have a lot to learn for an interview. I wasn't really impressed with some of the questions I had for Tim. I wasn't really, prior to a show, you think about it and you think, oh, yeah, that's going to be good, that's going to be good, that's going to be good. But then when you try to actually put it out on the spot, it doesn't come out the way you're thinking of it later, like earlier in the day. So I got to get better with that myself. I mean, time and experience is the only thing to do that. So putting the time in with Tim was awesome, and that gave me the experience to listen back and realize what I need to do better. But if anybody has any kind of negative feedback, any kind of, constructional feedback, or I would rather hear that than good job, because I personally, I'm happy with the effort I'm putting in. I'm happy with what I'm learning. I'm happy with, the process, but I'm not happy with the product. So, I'm supposed to meet with a guy on the 11th. I've messaged him, not really getting a whole lot of traction back. He has messaged me. I imagine he's a busy guy with what he says he does. He works for the MLB network and the UFL, and he does like their audio. He does their multimedia advertising, and then he runs the sound and stuff for his church. I met him on Facebook. I put a post out in some of the community pages, and a lot of people seem to this guy just seems like he's reputable, we'll put it that way. And but I just think he's got a lot on his plate, and dealing with this isn't really, I don't think, on the top of his. So if anybody else out there would like to come over and come on, tinker with my things over here, show me maybe what I'm doing wrong, or I can pack this stuff super simple and bring it to you. Like, if you have a studio at your place, and maybe we can, and you have like clear sound, maybe I can just see if it's my mics. We plug my mics into your stuff, and if there's the hum, then I got to get rid of the mics. Or if it's this board, I got to get rid of the board. Or if there's a better board out there that's within my price range, like, we could talk about that, and you can lead me to better equipment. But I do have people in my foresight for this show that really have some cool stories. I wanted to get just some good buddies in here first, just to get some experience, just to get some camera time, just to get some momentum going, really, before I get like some really cool stories on here, like my Egyptologist friend, and friends that own businesses, friends that have been in deployments, and some really interesting people out there are willing to come on here. MMA fighters, grapplers, wrestlers, boxer, musicians, like cool musicians too, like people that have played with reputable bands that are known around the world. That's part of Michaela's niche right there, where she's met some really cool people, and I have just a lot of opportunity here, but I feel like I don't want to fumble that football with them people when I'm producing something that I don't feel is quality to their story. Like their story is going to be way better than how I'm going to be able to portray it with junk sound. People aren't going to want to listen to it for that long. So I just need, I need, I need, I need better direction. I need more help, and essentially, I could definitely use a teaching lesson. Hopefully, this sounds good. I was playing with some stuff, and really, we're just gonna see. I might post this on at least YouTube and figure out what kind of traction it gets. But please leave a comment, message me. Find me on Facebook. Find me on Instagram. I'm not hard to find. Not hidden. You do have to friend request me to message me. I don't think I just accept random messages, but I'll always accept help. I'm not the kind of guy that thinks I know everything. I understand that you need a team to make things happen. And, right now it was just me and my wife. We could use an extra hand or two in the learning process here. But thank you, everybody. I appreciate everybody's support, everybody's help in this. It's just a fun little hobby that I think I'm going to really enjoy doing. So appreciate the love, appreciate the support, and hope to continue to do this at a higher level than what I've been doing it at. Thank you.